When you watch Precious Achiuwa play, it's hard to believe the St. Benedict's prep forward is only just a junior. At 6'9", 200 pounds, Precious is a physical specimen. He has the ability to soar through the air for jaw-dropping dunks, but also the handle and shooting ability to excel out on the perimeter. Achiuwa's shining moment came in a statement win over Hudson Catholic at Kane, where he scored 19 points and grabbed 10 rebounds, while North Carolina head coach Roy Williams sat courtside. Achiuwa holds offers from nearly every major D1 program, but first, he'll be back in Newark for his senior season, looking to defend the Gray Bees Prep A State Championship. Scoring comes easy for the Patrick School's Al-Amir Dawes. A lightning-quick crossover and deadly outside shot creates easy opportunities for the 6'1" junior guard. Dawes gained valuable experience as a sophomore in 2017, playing a key role in the Patrick School's TSC title run. Al-Amir would bring that big game experience into his junior season in Hillside, scoring 22 points and guiding the Celtics to a late season win over Union County rival St. Mary's of Elizabeth. Al-Amir Dawes will play one more year at the Patrick School and then make a college decision, as the likes of Rutgers, Seton Hall, and DePaul have offered him a full scholarship. Xavier Achiuwa was a newcomer to the Randy School in 2018. The 6'9" big man made the move to Tinton Falls following a solid junior year at now defunct St. Anthony's in Jersey City. Xavier stepped into a starting role for the talented Panthers squad and was the strength and muscle in the post Randy was missing. In one of the Panthers' biggest wins of the season over Westtown, PA, Xavier had 17 points and 14 boards. A native of Nigeria, Achiuwa has been on an incredible journey just to get where he is today, and that path continues next fall as he's on his way to play for the Bison of Howard University. The adjectives and accolades for Brian Antoine are endless. 5-star recruit, #1 overall shooting guard in the country, scholarship offers from Duke, Kentucky, and Villanova, and now short conference and state sectional champion. The 6'5" Randy guard makes scoring look effortless, averaging 21 points per game as a junior and has already amassed over 1,700 points in just 3 seasons. From NBA threes to windmill dunks, there isn't much Antoine can't do on the basketball court. Brian showed up big in the postseason, scoring 31 in a win over Modern Day Prep, and followed it up with 28 more in the sectional championship win over Trenton Catholic. Brian Antoine has one more year at the Randy School. Cartier Bowman of Notre Dame is a scoring monster, averaging 27 points a game this year. His lowest performance was 15. His sleek 6'4", 180-pound physique has allowed him to weave through defenders and make him a headache to cover. Cartier is a fixture within the Colonial Valley Conference and represents what it means to wear the Fighting Irish name with respect. Pope John's Aaron Clarke was one of North Jersey's top scorers. The Lions shooting guard topped 1,500 points in his career and won the Hunterdon Warren Sussex Tournament MVP when he scored 20 points in the finals against North Hunterdon. Clarke averaged 22.9 points per game. He's taking his talents to Connecticut, where he'll play Division I basketball for the Sacred Heart Pioneers. At 6'8", it's hard not to notice Mark Datica on the basketball court. He brought great versatility as an inside-outside scoring threat and put up monster numbers with 19 points and 14 boards a night. Datica took care of his college recruitment earlier this fall, choosing to stay at home in New Jersey and play D1 basketball at Fairleigh Dickinson University. Real Deal Celis is the nickname for Don Bosco Prep's Marcellus Earlington, and that nickname rings true, as Earlington may very well be the best two-sport athlete in New Jersey. A member of our all-zone football team in the fall, Marcellus shined on the court for the Ironmen, scoring 22 points per game and leading Don Bosco to a second straight non-public A state championship. At 6'5", 250 pounds, Earlington held multiple D1 offers for football and basketball, but Marcellus stays true to his love for the hardwood as he committed to play hoops for the St. John's Red Storm. Racking up 600 points and averaging 21 a game, Wildwood Catholic's Caleb Fields doesn't care where he is on the court. He'll find a way to score. Fields was the driving force behind one of Wildwood Catholic's best seasons to date. This year, Fields led his fellow Crusaders to a 26-3 record and helped them win the Cape Atlantic League title. Next year, Caleb will take his talents to Ohio to play for Bowling Green University. Zach Freemantle blossomed into an offensive force for the 23-win Bergen Catholic Crusaders. The 6'8" junior poured in 20 points a game, playing physical and above the rim in the post. He's also able to step back and knock down a jumper when needed. Zach exploded for 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 blocks in the Crusaders' Bergen County Jamboree semifinal win over Ramapo. Freemantle currently holds offers from the likes of Columbia and Monmouth. His recruiting will be sure to heat up as he enters his final season in Oradell. While Nas Reed was the power presence in the post for Roselle Catholic, 6'9" Alonzo Frink was the perfect counterpart down low, scoring with finesse and touch around the rim. Frink scored 12 points per game and was a senior leader on the state's #1 team. Alonzo Frink's shining moment came in the Lions' TFC semifinal win over Nottingham, when he scored 23 points, shooting a perfect 8 for 8 from the field, all while NBA legend and Georgetown head coach Patrick Ewing sat courtside recruiting. Frink holds multiple D1 offers, and we're excited to see where this talented big man lands. Winning and performing at a high level is in the Harper bloodline. Ron Harper Sr. won 5 NBA titles, and Ron Harper Jr. seems to be following in his footsteps. Harper averaged 20 points per game for Don Bosco Prep this season, while leading the Ironmen to back-to-back non-public A state championships. Harper shined on the big stage, scoring 25 points and grabbing 6 boards in Don Bosco's Bergen Jamboree title win over rival Bergen Catholic. Rutgers University is getting a good one, as Ron Harper will stay in the Garden State and play for the Scarlet Knights. Ithiel Horton came to Roselle Catholic for his senior season following the closing of his former high school, St. Anthony's in Jersey City. It was evident from the beginning that Horton's experience and time spent under Coach Bob Hurley would help the Lions big time. Horton averaged 14 points per game for the Lions and is on his way to the University of Delaware to play for the Fighting Blue Hens. Alex Imegwu was the senior leader of a young and talented Seton Hall prep team that won 24 games and was among the very best in New Jersey. At 6'6", Imegwu can easily shoot over defenders and connect from 3, but also has the strength and speed to attack the basket at will. Alex averaged 16 points per game in his senior season and was the toughness and anchor of the Pirates' defense. Imegwu is on his way to the Ivy League after committing to the University of Pennsylvania. Kenny Jones is one of the most underrated players in New Jersey, but coaches in the state are well aware that the modern-day prep point guard is the reason the Sarahs have enjoyed an incredible 3-year run as a state power. Capable of being a prolific scorer, Jones was at his best when he got all of his modern-day teammates involved. He averaged 14.5 points per game, but the stat he cared about the most, 2 shore conference championships and 3 20-win seasons. Hudson Catholic's Lewis King has seen his stock skyrocket over the past 2 seasons. The 6'8" senior is ranked as the #5 small forward in the country and has already appeared on NBA mock draft lists for 2019. King electrified crowds across America with high-flying dunks and rainbow three-pointers as Hudson Catholic won 21 games, facing one of the nation's toughest schedules. Lewis was one of 3 New Jersey players chosen as a McDonald's All-American and will head west next season, committing to play in the Pac-12 for the Oregon Ducks. It's hard to imagine living up to the hype and billing surrounding Ranny's Scottie Lewis, but the 5-star recruit with scholarship offers from nearly every major D1 program seems to thrive on that pressure. Scottie has become one of the most entertaining shows in all of high school basketball. Mind-boggling dunks, superhuman defensive efforts, and clutch performances have become the norm for this 6'6" junior guard. During Randy's historic state playoff run, Scottie had a career-high 35 points and 12 rebounds against Rutgers Prep, followed by 22 points and 10 boards in the Panthers' first-ever sectional championship win over Trenton Catholic. The stats, highlights, and accolades are off the charts, but what's most impressive is the person Scottie has become off the court as well. Seton Hall Prep's Ashton Miller was destined for success in West Orange. The 6'5" junior guard is the cousin of the Gibbs brothers, who became legends in prep basketball history. Ashton Miller began to craft his own legacy at Seton Hall in 2018. The silky smooth shooting guard averaged 17 points per game, and JSZ was there as Ashton poured in 28 points in the Pirates' Holiday Jubilee Championship win over Neptune. Seton Hall Prep returns a young and talented group in 2019, and Ashton Miller will be a player to watch during his senior season. While Hudson Catholic was known for their flashy style and showtime play on the court, Luther Muhammad was the strength and toughness that kept the Hawks on the winning track. Luther's mindset was to treat every game like it was the TFC, and that showed with his performance in the Hudson County quarterfinals, scoring a season-high 32 points and grabbing 8 rebounds in a win over Marist. Muhammad will take his winning ways to the Big Ten next season. He's committed to play for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Paul Mulcahy became one of the most respected and well-rounded players in New Jersey. The 6'6" point guard did it all for Gil St. Bernard's during his junior year, guiding the Knights to a 24-5 record, averaging an eye-popping 18 points, 8 boards, and 7 assists a game. Paul recorded the rare high school triple-double in a February win over Immaculata, scoring 22 points while adding 10 rebounds and 10 assists. Mulcahy holds offers from Rutgers, Seton Hall, Boston College, and many more on a list that's sure to grow in the coming months. 6'10" Valdir Manuel grew into one of the most talented and top-scoring big men in the state over the past 2 seasons with the Patrick School. Manuel scored in a 16-point-per-game clip during his senior season in Hillside. That included a 28-point, 13-rebound performance in the Celtics' Union County tournament win over St. Mary's. Valdir's length and versatile array of post moves created matchup nightmares for opposing teams. Syracuse, Seton Hall, Temple, and many others are in the mix for this talented, unsigned big man. St. Benedict Prep's Lester Quinones was the go-to offensive weapon of the 27-2 Prep A State champion Gray Bees. The 6'5" junior is deadly from beyond the arc and is currently ranked as the number 6 shooting guard in America. JSZ was there when Lester stepped up big in a home game in Newark, scoring 22 points and guiding St. Benedict's to a 64-53 win over Upper Room Christian. Ahmadu Sarnor found his role on the 28-win Randy Panthers squad in 2018 and became a major contributor to what was a historic season in Tinton Falls. After being more of a pass-first, defensive-minded point guard as a sophomore, Sarnor took his scoring to a new level as a junior. Ahmadu showed up big in the postseason when the pressure was the highest, scoring 15 points in Randy's first-ever short conference championship win over Mater Dei, and then 31 in a state playoff win over Rutgers Prep. Sarnor's recruitment is sure to heat up in the coming months as he prepares for his senior season and one final ride with Randy. 6'5" Brendan Thiele anchored what was maybe the surprise team of the year in 2018. Thiele guided a 22-win season for St. Peter's Prep and led the Marauders all the way to the non-Public A North Championship game at Rutgers against Don Bosco Prep. St. Peter's shocked the state with a sectional semifinal win over Seton Hall Prep, in which Brendan poured in 21 points and grabbed 7 rebounds. Thiele broke big news last October, announcing he'll bring his love of basketball and high focus on academics to West Point, committing to play for the Army Black Knights. St. Benedict Prep's Andre Toure rounds out 3 Gray Bees to make JSZ's All-Hoop Zone team. A 6'8" small forward, Toure was a veteran leader and key piece to Benedict's state championship run in 2018, sparking the Gray Bees with his tenacity on defense, outside shooting ability, and rim-rattling dunks. The future is bright as he'll take his basketball talents and academic prowess to the Ivy League, committing to play for the Harvard Crimson. No player in New Jersey had a bigger breakout season than Roselle Catholic's Kahlil Whitney. The 6'6" junior showed off his freakish athleticism with high-flying dunks on a nightly basis, while also consistently knocking down the outside shot. Kahlil's play soared to new heights in the postseason, scoring 29 points in a sectional semifinal win over Montclair Immaculate. Averaging 14 points per game, Whitney was a guiding force in the Lions' state championship run. Kahlil holds offers from 18 D1 schools, and he's currently ranked as the number 16 small forward in the nation. Montclair Immaculate's Justin Winston soared into the conversation as one of the best junior big men in America during 2018. The 6'7" Winston attacked the basket at will, usually resulting in rim-crushing dunks while also swatting away opponents on the defensive side. Justin poured in 23 points in the Lions' upset win over defending TFC champ Patrick School and was instrumental in Montclair Immaculate's memorable state playoff run. UConn, Rutgers, and Seton Hall have all come calling for Justin Winston's services, but there has been no college decision made yet, with one more season to go in Montclair.